My name is Skhathisomusa Mthembu, and I am 28 years old. I have an undergrad in nuclear sciences and engineering from Wits University. I also have an honors degree from the University of the Witwatersrand in physics and a master's degree from the University of the Witwatersrand in high energy physics. I started feeling like corporate work is a little precarious. There were things that I didn't quite understand about human interactions that I found a bit tricky, and I realized that maybe I should do something for myself instead of work for someone else. I think a lot of people say that, oh, you seem like a person that needs to do their own work, they need to, and you see it in your own life when you're quite frank with yourself. Yeah? Maybe I should do my own thing and not work for someone else. I've always been relatively good at cooking, so the ability to make food consistently well with whatever influences you have has always been a thing that I've been good at delivering. So there's that part. I know how to give you the product that is required for a food business. The part where it becomes a business and not so much a thing that I can do very well for friends is because my partner suggested that I open a restaurant. He'd also be toying with the idea of opening a business in food and non-perishable produce. So my partner's from Trinidad and Tobago, and his mother suggested that we start a restaurant first because people are much more willing to try a new restaurant. We started looking for places a little bit not under pressure, but with the real understanding that if we find something we like, we are going to open a restaurant. So that was what we started doing, and within a few weeks of doing that, we found the place that we're in right now, ENT Eatery, and we saw that it was vacant and available. I walked past it, I saw it. I've always liked the corner. I've always liked 70 Juta Street in Braamfontein. It has a nice energy. It's got a lot of light. There's a wraparound window on the side, which just looks great. Day or night, it looks quite nice, and you don't want to leave when you're inside. So when we saw that it was available, I did a proposal. We sent it to the letters. They liked it. We saw them the next day. My ability to cook is probably no greater than anyone else's ability to cook. I just made note of what wasn't great about something and what I'd like out of that thing. It also didn't help that I tried a lot of different foods. I'm the last person to not try something. So everywhere I went, I would try something, and I gravitated towards Asian food because I liked how it tastes. That's purely it. We were not assisted by the government in anything. In fact, we funded this place purely from my last salary at ABSA and my partner. So it wasn't a lot of money to start up. A lot of people think it takes so much money to start anything. Lots of the stuff you see here has been used. So the furniture was used, we got it, we sanded it down, we gave it a varnish coat, and it looks lovely now. And we also feel like we put our hand on it, so it feels a lot more personal. And I think people can feel that. Outside the day-to-day sorts of challenges of keeping a place interesting and making sure that you're deliberate in making sure that people do want to come in and experience whatever service you're offering, there's the real challenge of just being unable to open because you're under lockdown. It's very difficult to keep people employed when the employers are unable to open. We, for a while, did not have any staff. I was the only person working this shop because I couldn't even afford to run the shop as it should. I think entrepreneurship is definitely a big part of our fight against unemployment. It's because every employer is effectively a business that was started by someone somewhere somehow. If there was real impetus for more people to start business, they probably would. I don't think anyone would not want to start a business. Being the owner of this place gives me many feels. It's not one consistent feeling. Sometimes it feels great because you feel quite empowered. Like you are involved, you are the one doing your own thing, and it's all down to you. Sometimes it's a little frustrating because people experience their own things. Things don't happen at times that you want it to happen at, and there's a lot, there are many feelings associated with it, but there's a net positive because during all those, there's a real feeling of being empowered. And I think a lot of South Africans, I think a lot of people don't feel empowered. I didn't feel empowered when I was working, where I had a handsome looking paycheck. I feel a lot more empowered now than I have in my adult life. There's that. I think the feeling of empowerment kind of runs deep.